Now we'll explore various strategies to enhance communication while working remotely. And first thing which crosses my mind always, which is pillar of communication working remotely, is logistics. So let's begin with logistics. Effective communication begins with establishing clear channels and protocols, and here are some key considerations when it comes to logistics. So, optimizing productivity and output, prioritize a comfortable ergonomic table chair setup. A mistake I made when I started off working remotely was I started, sitting on my bed and started working, and I thought, who would know, right? And but my back started acting up in a couple of days. So then I bought a ergonomic chair and table setup, and I was able to focus more. I was able to work more for the long hours. So good internet connectivity is another thing which is crucial. Just imagine you're in a meeting and your video is lagging, or maybe your video gets stuck. It won't last a good impression, and then it will take a toll on your confidence as well. Nothing would be worse than a shaky start. So to avoid that, please make sure the connectivity is good. Next comes your attire. Your attire is going to make a huge difference. So make sure you are well groomed and wearing formals. Go for solid colors. People do not wear stripes or checkered shirt. Again, another thing which is equally important is avoidly dimly lit or poorly illuminated areas during meetings for enhanced visual clarity. Please don't go for a very economical option because this is going to be a game changer for you. Just imagine the quality is all blurry, another person is not able to look at you, or maybe you would not be able to see your expressions, so you would not be able to carry on the conversation with that person. So you will feel confident as well, and then you will be hesitant, you will stop yourself, and that is going to hamper the conversation. So make sure the workstation you have is well lit. Another thing, keep an extra pair of headphones ready for quiet calls and to maintain focus. You never know when these earphones are going to ditch you. It's a one-time investment. If your audio quality isn't that good, no matter what you are saying, it would not be as impactful as it could have been. Never ever compromise on logistics and not on earphones. This is your bread and butter. Take care of it. Another thing equally important would be make sure your line of sight is parallel to the laptop's camera. If you are in a corner or come across as you are looking elsewhere, it will be distracting for the person you are communicating with, and the person would lose interest. So make sure that you stay in the center, maintain eye contact. Besides what you say, maintaining eye contact may be one of the most important things you can do during a virtual meeting. Arrange your workstation in an isolated corner of your home. Just imagine you are in a meeting and somebody is knocking the door. You'll be disturbed, right? So you will lose focus. So make sure that nobody is disturbing you. Let the family members know that this is my work time. Please don't disturb me. Utilize communication tools such as Slack, Microsoft Teams, or Zoom for real time collaboration. Another thing which crosses my mind while working virtually, you got to be very, very communicative. So being communicative, it is essential for fostering collaboration and maintaining productivity. Being communicative is essential when working virtually because without communication, it's easy for others to assume you are not working or engaging in other activities, or maybe you are moonlighting or you're out with your friends or family. Nobody would know because this is not a physical setup, physical office setup. I mean, in physical office setup, you just turn up, you show your face, and your attendance is marked. You mark your presence. But here, the ball game is altogether different. So it's just that in order to show your attendance, in order to mark your presence, you gotta be very, very communicative. A couple of tips to be more communicative while working virtually. Don't wait for people to ask you about updates. Be proactive in sharing updates, progress, and challenges with your team. You should not wait for people to turn up to ask you about the updates or milestones you have achieved so far. So be prompt with your responses, right? And go ahead and communicate. You use clear and concise language to convey your message. Never be vague in your responses, especially when you are slacking somebody or emails. So, I mean, written media could be vague. So make sure that you're very objective and precise whenever you're communicating. Encourage open communication channels when team members feel comfortable expressing their ideas and concerns is again very important. Increase the frequency of video meetings rather than relying solely on emails or Slack messages, because the conversation is more organic. You look at a person, you look at their expressions, and you'll be able to build a rapport with the person. So it's more warm. So make sure avoid Slack or emails and try as much as you can to 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 schedule in order to schedule video meetings. So make sure that you always prefer video meetings as compared to messages or emails. Always keep your videos turned on. This is something which I have seen over the period of time. A lot of people shy away, or maybe not, they're not feeling very confident, or maybe they're lazy enough to turn on their videos. Please don't do that. It shows that you are underconfident, or maybe you are an introvert, which is not going to work in our line of business. So make sure you always keep your videos turned on. And your mic should be off unless you are asked to speak.